Disney, on top of Kraven the Hunter, Disney also held this conference. And what was it called? I think it was called a D23 or was it 24? I don't know. But it was a Disney conference, basically Disney saying, hey, these are all the new releases we're going to be having in the upcoming years. And so Reactcast Episode 3 is going to be all Disney, guys. If you're here for any of the Warner Brothers stuff, DC stuff, don't worry. We'll have much more of that news. All right, you know what?
It will be covered.
Yeah, so it'll be covered, but just because there's so much more content with Disney right now, not necessarily just the MCU, just Disney in general, we're going to go ahead and go through all the trailers they've showed, right? So, Kraven the Hunter is out the way. Now, next up, we're going to go ahead and talk about Star Wars.
Woo! You know, I'm excited about that one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
What are we talking about here? What do we got going on up here?
Okay, so Disney and Star Wars. Here. So, I could honestly say I think Justin's a much bigger Star Wars fan than I am. And I am a pretty big Star Wars fan.
But I enjoy it a bit. I do.
So I'm just going to ask you, Justin, what is your opinion so far on the Disney Star Wars universe? You know, what do you think about... All right, let's just start from the beginning. Sequels, prequels... I mean, no. I'm sorry. The original trilogy, the prequels, and the sequels. Right.
I think George Lucas himself said it the best. He said...
Should have let me handle it.
I have everything to do with the first 6. I have nothing to do with the last.
Okay, so you're where the majority falls, where it's like everybody, and I mean everybody except the crazy people out there, loved the original trilogy. Right? Empire, possibly.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest movies of all time, not just the best Star Wars movie of all time.
Just.
And then the prequels, at the time of release, everybody hated them. But as time went on and we saw what the sequels are, we love the prequels.
Maybe. We are people of nostalgia as well.
But listen, I was always there, man. I always loved Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Alright?
Oh,
that was the first epic movie I saw when, I came to America in 2001. So I didn't really have too much access to a lot of movies, so Episode 3 was one of the first movies I saw in theater, and I was like mind blown. So that experience will forever be in my mind. So I loved it.
I feel that I'm
especially, of course, the Duel of Fates. No one's gonna ever top that music. I know Duel of Fates is from the first episode, but come on, when you think of Duel of Fates, you think of Obi-Wan versus Anakin, right? So,
every time.
And then after that, once Disney took over, I didn't really like anything, to be honest, except Rogue One. Rogue One was amazing.
I was going to say, that is one of my favorite Star Wars movies.
And because of that...
Beyond that, almost. Nostalgia doesn't allow it, but it's such a well-made movie.
Now, that's not to say, I love the Clone Wars, the shows, the animated shows. I think they added so much depth.
Yeah.
Right? And I give kudos to Disney for continuing the season, finishing those off. Ahsoka, I don't mind the animated.
Thank you.
All right? But the show itself...
I've been saving.
Let's just skip it. And then I think the only...
Let us know what you guys think about them as well, because I want to check it out. So let me know, any details that you want to know, what shows I should check out too.
Listen, the only Star Wars show I can recommend is Andor, or you want to recommend, because that one's more related to Rogue One. So you kind of like that. But Skeleton Crew, okay. Don't know what to expect. I've not watched it because I want to see this with you guys.
Yeah.
And we are going to go ahead and watch this. So,
it's going down.
Fingers crossed this is going to be good.
I'm sure it will.
Tomorrow's test will set the course of your entire future.
Okay. Alright, so it's just centered around kids?
Exciting?
Are they all Padawans?
What if we could go anywhere we want in the whole galaxy?
As long as Anakin Skywalker is
A real adventure. No more pretend.
Alright, this is giving me Goonies / Stranger Things vibes right now.
I'm already loving it, though.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Stranger Things, so...
I think it's a lost Jedi temple.
I just don't understand that this is going to be like...
Be careful where you step.
This is the galaxy far, far away. So this is their 80s, basically. right?
We're lost. Really lost.
It is
Okay.
dangerous out here in space. Trust no one.
Okay. Who's using the force? Who's that supposed to be?
It's him!
Who?
I don't know. I
Okay.
have no idea who that was supposed to have been. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I have no idea who that was
So-
supposed to have been.
I'm pretty sure the reveal at the end was
That's
supposed to be something big. Maybe it's the show has skipped out on, or maybe it was just something I didn't pay attention
That's probably
to.
our fault for not watching the other shows.
Can one of you guys please leave it in the comment section down below
Help me
what
out.
that was?
Help me out.
Um,
I'm a fan. I'm not a fanatic. So yeah, I don't know 100%.
so
Curious.
what do you think of the trailer? I'll let you have the floor first before I go into it because I feel like I'm going to be a little bit more objective on this.
I
So.
felt like, I mean, it makes me upset because Fallout did such a beautiful job with recreating Fallout.
That was such an amazing. Yeah.
They just recreated it to the T. And then you get Star Wars where people just put all the ingredients in a bag and they just shake it up and throw it on the floor
See what
and they'll
works.
call it a show sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes a beautiful meal that you would have never. That's how penicillin was made, on accident. But sometimes they just kind of tinker with your soul a little bit. This one, it felt like I didn't feel the heart of Star Wars from it. I felt like whatever director is directing it put his
Yeah. And,
heart into it.
yeah, and that's not too bad. Okay, so like John Favreau, or however you say his name, I trust him.
Okay.
He's the same guy that directed The Mandalorian. Mandalorian, amazing show.
Yeah, it was. No, it
That
was-
one, hands down,
it was
amazing.
beautiful.
All the way throughout.
But that really kept the Star Wars
Yeah.
spirit. Maybe it was just the trailer that didn't capture it as much.
So Skeleton Crew, I'll tell you this. Okay, when I think of Star Wars, I think of exploration.
Okay.
You know, you're going to places throughout the universe. I mean, hell,
Absolutely.
it's a galaxy far, far away,
Right.
and you're going from place to place. So that's what I think of.
Yeah.
I think of
One of the few shows that has an entire galaxy mapped out for it.
Yes.
That's crazy.
yeah, and then I think of mystics, like the Jedi's, having the Force and the what do you call it? It's out of my head right now, but it's you get fascinated by like you could tell how strong the Jedi are,
Yeah.
right? You're able to say all that,
Absolutely.
and then the last thing but what I can tell you that I don't think of is a bunch of kids going around the universe,
That's true. If you go in the past, there's really only been a couple kids in Star Wars, and one turned into the Lord of Darkness, and the others got slain by him. So yeah, there's really not kids.
What I
in
mean,
Star
yeah,
Wars.
like it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. Definitely something I'm going to be watching.
Yeah.
But something that I'm going to go into with just that at the back of my mind, that this is a Disney Star Wars project, and as great as they can make everything look, it doesn't always pan out that way.
These main actors, are these their first times doing?
Well, it's the first time seeing these kids. I would assume the kids are.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize
That
the guy
Jedi
as
they
an
showed at
actor.
the end, I have no
I
idea.
didn't even recognize him an actor.
So
Okay.
So
So
but,
no major names on here.
yes, but go ahead and leave
I
your
like
thoughts
that.
on that. Leave it in the comment section down below.